My son told me I ruined his engagement over wedding money. It all started when my 23-year-old son got engaged to his fiancée Peggy. They'd been engaged for about 5 months, and according to our family tradition, her father and I were supposed to split the wedding costs down the middle. Her dad called me up and said we should each put in $10,000, $20,000 total for their wedding. I mean, I could afford it, sure, but it seemed absolutely insane to me. $20,000 for one day? So I told him I'd contribute $5,000, and he could do whatever he wanted with his half. He ended up matching my $5,000. When I broke the news to my son, his face just dropped. He looked at me and said straight up, "Dad, that's not going to be enough." But then he quickly added, "I don't mind though. I figured Peggy and I would have to pay for some of the wedding ourselves." I was confused. "What do you mean it's not enough? What could you possibly need more than $10,000 for?" He started rattling off numbers. "Dad, the cheapest venue I could find is $5,000. Food alone is going to be $2,500. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. $2,500 for food? What are you feeding these people caviar? Dad, that's only $25 per person. That's actually pretty reasonable." I shook my head. "You know what? Why don't you just order pizzas? Or get some sub sandwiches from the deli? People will be happy just to celebrate with you." The look he gave me, it was like I'd suggested they get married in a garbage dump. "Okay, fine," I said. "What about the photographer, the decorator? Surely you can cut costs there." "That's not how weddings work, Dad." "That's exactly how weddings work. You prioritize what matters and cut what doesn't. You know, my wedding 40 years ago cost $7,000 after all the haggling and deals I made. We had a beautiful day." "Dad, that was 40 years ago. Everything costs more now." I felt this heat rising in my chest. Here I was, offering them $5,000, more money than most people see in months. And somehow I was the bad guy. My own son was sitting there acting like I was being cheap. "You want to know what the real problem is?" I said, my voice getting louder. "Maybe if you and Peggy weren't so spoiled, expecting the best of the best for everything, then $10,000 would be plenty. You've gotten so used to having everything handed to you that you can't even appreciate a generous gift when you see one." The room went dead silent. My son closed his eyes for a long moment, took a deep breath, and when he opened them again, his voice was completely flat. "Thank you for the money, Dad." Then he looked me straight in the eye and said, "I think you should leave now."